The N54 strikes again. Another blown 535i engine, and this one's not going quietly. But we're not just replacing it. We're building it smarter, stronger, and faster. Oil pan gasket, rear main seal, front crank seal, new engine mounts, a full serpentine belt and pulley refresh, and brand new 17T upgraded turbos. This E60 isn't just getting a new engine, it's about to be reborn. Well, before this powerhouse gets anywhere near the car, we're going to war. We're not just swapping a gasket or two. We're launching a full-scale, primitive strike on every single one of the N54's notorious leak points. This isn't just about replacing parts. This is about bulletproofing. Today, we're hitting the big three: the dreaded oil pan gasket, the front main seal, and the famous difficult rear main seal. This is exactly how you build a N54 you can 100% trust. The N54 is a legendary motor, no doubt, but its reputation for marking its territory is just as famous. A simple oil leak from the oil filter housing can drip onto the serpentine belt, causing it to slip off, get shredded, and sucked past the front crank seal into the engine. The result? Total oil starvation and catastrophic failure. Me personally, I do not trust these gaskets right here. The ones I do trust are these OEM gaskets. They are like crushed gaskets, and I'd rather use these. Removing these old O-rings on these turbolines can be a pain sometimes. And now, the upgrade that changes everything. The 17T turbos. Faster spool, more response, and a level of power that transforms this E60 into something extraordinary. These aren't just replacements. They're performance upgrades designed to take this engine to the next level, delivering more boost, more torque, and more adrenaline per throttle input. Installing the turbos requires precision, care, and attention to detail. Every bolt, line, and gasket must be perfect. This isn't a rush job. This is a preparation for longevity and performance. The old weak points are gone. What remains is reliability, precision, and raw potential. Every step in this process is about respect for the N54 engine, respect for the power it delivers, the tuning it allows, and the driving experience it creates. By addressing every seal, mount, and accessory now, we're building a foundation that can handle not only stock performance, but upgrades far beyond it. The idea behind a hybrid is simple. You take the stock turbo housing so it bolts right up, but you machine it to fit a bigger compressor and turbine wheel. In this case, a 17T wheel, which is way bigger than stock. What does that mean for us? More airflow, a lot more. And more airflow tuned properly means more horsepower. We're not just looking for a little bump. We're aiming for a setup that can push 500 wheel horsepower, a number the stock turbos could never hit reliably. Another crucial piece to this puzzle is the water pipe seal. A lot of people forget about this seal when they're installing the turbos. This water pipe seal has to be replaced every time you replace your N54 turbos. N55 has this as well. It's more to the rear of the engine, and it's a circular shape instead of the oval one like the N54. The water pipe is held on by 4 E8 bolts. Pretty simple, right? Once positioned, hand tighten all bolts initially to keep the water pipe seated correctly. After, you can tighten the 2 T30 bolts that feed the turbos their coolant. Now when messing with all the turbo lines, you want to make sure none of the O-rings pinch. Very crucial. You don't want to have to do this twice. hit that like button. Next up, we're installing the stock N54 outlet pipe to the turbos. This pipe is critical as it directs airflow from the turbochargers to the intercooler and the intake, and it must be properly sealed to prevent boost leaks. Carefully slide the outlet pipe onto the turbo housings, making sure the pipe aligns perfectly with the turbo outlet flanges. Misalignment here can cause stress on the pipe and clamps, leading to leaks or even cracks over time. Once the pipe is seated, attach the clamps securely, but do not fully torque them yet. You want to ensure everything is aligned and not under tension. Once confirmed, tighten the clamps to the manufacturer's specifications. On the N54, this helps maintain a consistent seal under high boost pressures.
Don't get me started, I brung a big 40. Got two guns, called them shits Ricky and Morty. When 23 knew I would be big as Jordan. Please do not.
Next up, the oil pan gasket. To get to this in the car, you have to drop the entire front subframe. For us, it's just a matter of hanging the engine and zipping out a couple dozen bolts. The most critical part here is cleaning the surfaces. Any speck of old gasket or oil will cause the new one to leak. Now that the oil pan is off, we could get this cleaned up and then reinstall. Now let's take a look at how old and crusty this oil pan gasket is. Not gonna lie to you guys, this does look like the original. Let's get this fresh gasket on. Now that took a while and it was a little bit tedious. While I was at it, I did do the front crank seal and the rear main seal. Sorry I couldn't get it on video. The serpentine belt, tensioner, and pulley kit. This small assembly is the unsung hero of your engine, powering everything from your alternator and even your power steering. A failure here isn't just inconvenience, it can be catastrophic. Over time, belts stretch, crack, and wear. Tensioners weaken and pulleys seize. Any of these issues can cause squeals, rattles, or worse, a complete loss of accessory drive. This is why I'm replacing everything as a kit, ensuring reliability for thousands of miles. Begin by loosening the tensioner. On the N54, this is straightforward but requires care. Rotate the tensioner to relieve pressure on the belt and slide the old belt off carefully. Inspect all surrounding components to wear, grime, or corrosion and clean them if necessary. Next, we install the new tensioner. This is the heart of the system, maintaining proper belt tension under all conditions. Bolt it in place, making sure it's seated correctly and spins freely. Proper alignment is key here. Even a slight misalignment can shorten the life of your belt or damage a pulley. With the tensioner in place, we move to the pulley kit. Each pulley in the kit is designed to eliminate play and ensure smooth rotation. Every pulley must spin freely and smoothly with no wobble or resistance. The N54 is sensitive, and even minor errors here can lead to vibration, squealing, or belt failure. We can't forget these. So the N54 is prepped. It is as ready as it'll ever be. Looking at it now, knowing that every crucial seal inside has been replaced is a great feeling. This was the hard part, the meticulous work that's essential for a reliable swap. We've addressed problems before they could even start. The kinda in the title is finally starting to fade, but this milestone, as huge as it is really just the end of the beginning. The engine is ready. But the E60 is not. An empty engine bay is waiting. Let's feed this monster.
Louis V sandals, crazy, hoes act scandalous. Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans.